Yeah, I hope you can all understand me. I'm happy to be here. My second time in Greece. I've been here 15 years ago on vacation with my family, but I'm happy to be back. And yeah, I'm leading the product development at Number 26. I'm one of the very early employees and joined Number 26 1.5 years ago when we just started. We started a couple of weeks after I joined with our product on the market. We have been 15 people back then. Today we are more than 150, so we are have been grown 10 times within the last bit more than a year. And I'm really happy to talk to you today and give you a little bit of insights how we see banking and how we see all the changes happening in this industry. My background is very diverse. I studied business, but I also have my own businesses several times. So I'm used to work with this multi-diverse people. Do I have a clicker to?
It's over there. Should be on the table.
Ah, here. Okay, it's very simple. Good user experience.
That's the best user experience.
Really, yeah, it's really simple. This is where we're coming from. We have seen a lot of disruption happening, and I'm sure you have been talking about it today already. Basically, Uber is the biggest transportation company on the world without having any taxis themselves. Airbnb is the biggest accommodation company without having any hotels, any apartments, anything. Other examples like Netflix and Spotify, they are also have a huge market influence without really having the core of the product. Like Spotify is not producing any music themselves. Netflix is doing that at some part, but has not been becoming really big by that. So what we think is, do you need to have any branches? Do you need to have any a traditional bank license to become the biggest bank in the world? I don't know. We believe it's not the case. And this is how we see disruption going on in the finance industry. You don't need any branch. You don't need any license. You just need the interface to the customer, and you need to be really, really good in this field. And the interesting thing is finance is combining all those things together, because everywhere it's about money. You need to pay for all those services. So you have all the data points combined of all these disruptive industries. And this is even more powerful if you know how to use it. And for us, it's like three main parts where we see disruption happening in the banking industry. First, it is the product-centric approach we are choosing. We have been developing the product for the user with a very, very strong focus on user experience. But what does that mean? Every bank is saying, yeah, we are very important, we take customers serious. But what we are focusing on is simply on simplicity. We try to keep everything as clear and simple as possible. And this is what people just enjoy, because they have been overwhelmed by the complexity traditional banks are challenging them. So we are putting a very strong focus on the product. This is the first important point. The second is the business model. We are very lean cost structure, so we have no branches. We are all together in Berlin. We are operating in 8 countries without having anyone abroad. We have very lean and efficient IT systems. So we are the first bank in Germany running 100% on the cloud and having no own servers. Everything is at Amazon Web Services. And this cost structure allows us to just offer a very great product to our customers for almost basically for zero. And beside that, also our marketing costs are about 10 times lower to acquire customers than with other banks. So this is how we see it from a business perspective. And the third point, and this is a very emotional point and also very important from my side, our service doesn't feel like a bank, even though we can offer all the services. It's just opening the app doesn't feel like going in the clunky web application and searching for the stuff you need to figure out. And you're always afraid if you log in that someone is taking your password. So it just feels like booking a taxi on Uber, streaming something on Netflix. It feels like natural part of your life.
So you're not a bank?
We don't want to appear as a bank, yeah. We are offering the services, but it feels like part of your life. It's on your mobile phone. You don't need
So it's all about customer experience, right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
It's all about the customer experience combined also with a great product behind it, like as cheap as possible, or like as lean as possible for the customer in terms of the pricing, and it's about the experience at the end of the day, where customers really, where it's really matter. And to show you a little bit on how it looks with number 26, I don't know how many of you already know how our product is looking like. It starts with opening the account. You can open an account with us within 8 minutes. With some passports, it might take a little bit longer. It might take 10 minutes, depending on the video call. But you do a short video call of 2 to 3 minutes to identify yourself. You put your passport in front of your mobile phone. You have a short call. You input all the necessary information, and then you have the account created, and we create the account in real time. You will receive an IBAN and PIC immediately. We will send the card within 2 to 3 days. You receive your card. You can set your own PIN, and you can like really get started immediately. And this is what people just enjoy. Like we're offering the service from 8 in the morning till midnight. So we had like customers after going out in McDonald's, they were hanging around and opening a bank account. It's on Sunday, and this is what people just enjoy. It's just everywhere. It's not somewhere and it's closed on the weekend. And then when it comes to the login experience, we really try to make the experience unique. When in Berlin, you have this nice background from Berlin. If you go to France, you have the Eiffel Tower in the back. If you go to Greece, you have a decent background according to Greece. So we also try this. It doesn't add any value for the user directly, but it just feels like a part of your life, much more like than these nice stocky images with a family many other banks use on the first page of when you go to the home page. And when you move on then, like besides simplicity, one very important thing, and it's like always very challenging for us, is to make everything as real time as possible. It's really hard in this old legacy IT system, but we really aim to make stuff real time and not have any like waiting times of 3 days or 4 days. It's not possible everywhere, but we are aiming for that in the best way. So when we pay, you receive a push notification even before the terminal has done the operations. So this is what we expect real time, and this is what the customer really likes because they are surprised in this moment. And it's these moments of delight people are aiming for. And same with our card. Like every time when I go somewhere and pay with my card, people say, wow, I've never seen a cool card like this. And actually, it's not that difficult. It's just transparent and a little bit black. And it costs a few cents more than a traditional card. But people just, they really enjoy it. And this is a really strong viral part of the product. Same as making everything self-service. So you can reset the PIN, you can reorder the card, you can lock and unlock the card at any time. And this is on one side, it's reducing our customer service costs a lot because we don't have to tackle all these things anymore. Our customers are doing those things themselves. It's all about self-service. And they enjoy it very much to do it themselves because when they go out and lose the card, they can just lock it. And then the next day they find it again, they just unlock it with one click. On the transfer side, first we try to make transfers as smart and simple as possible. In the middle you see one screenshot of our Money Beam feature, so you can send money to everyone in your phone book, even to non-number 26 customers. It's also a feature people like very much, and we also categorize stuff automatically for you. So if I send a Money Beam to Dimitri saying lunch, it will be automatically categorized as bars and restaurant, or food in this case. And one thing we're very proud of is we implemented TransferWise. I don't know, I guess most of you heard about it. Someone aware of TransferWise? Yeah, some people. So TransferWise is the first billion-dollar fintech from Europe. They're sitting in UK, and they're doing international multi-currency transfers in a lot of different currencies, and 6 to 10 times cheaper than traditional banks because they just implemented a system how to make it really, really efficient and simple. And we implemented their services. We offer 20 different currencies for the same pricing with TransferWise.
So you're using other fintechs as well, right? You're
Yes.
cooperating.
Yeah. So we don't want to build everything ourselves. We try to get the best fintechs on the market, implement them as fast as possible, while we always control the user experience. We would never implement a fintech.
So you're the front end.
somehow,
More or less.
yeah, in between. But we also make use of the data we generate to make even more insights and make the product even smarter for our customers. But it's kind of a little bit this Apple approach. We really try to control the user experience. No partner will work with us if they say they want to put their logo everywhere in the flow. Then their partner is out, no matter how big and how important it will be for us. So we want to have a really clean and lean user experience in this case. So check it out. It's really a nice feature. Going forward, this is one thing which is only available in Germany yet because we are testing this concept. It's called Cash 26, and we are partnering with 6,000 retail stores in Germany, like grocery stores, small stores somewhere in the streets. And you can go there and you can deposit and withdraw cash up to 1,000 euro. And it's like you generate the barcode and then you deposit this 100 euro, for example, or you withdraw it at the cashier. And it's really simple. You don't need a card, so you can withdraw money and deposit money without any card. And this is something where
without anything special from the part of the retail, right?
Yes.
You just reach the barcode.
Yeah, you just need a barcode, you just need your phone and the barcode, and then you deposit the money. We are the first in Germany doing that. Like, a lot of cashiers have been surprised at the beginning and said, what the fuck, like, you're depositing 1,000 euro here in my store? Like, it's really something very new and people need to get used to it. But we have seen a lot of traction on this feature and people really enjoy it. In particular, we didn't know how many people actually will do deposits. Like, it's pretty interesting. And by using that, we have more branches, more partner branches than any German bank. So that's pretty interesting, actually, but by just one partner implementation. And one more thing to our product. We implemented for Germany and Austria as well, and like looking for partners right now in all other markets. We implemented a real-time overdraft. So you can request an overdraft going into negative up to 2,000 euros within 30 seconds. So if you are at IKEA and want to buy something, but you are running out of money, you just request the overdraft, and in 30 seconds we say, okay, you're eligible for 1,500 euro, go for it. Your overdraft is there and is securing you. So this is also real time. It's super simple. You can always change the limit. You always see 100% transparency about the interest you have to pay, and you will have push notifications updating you on all the status. And this is what people enjoy, and combined to that, we have simple statistics to show users, give them more insights, help them to manage the behavior around their spendings and finances, and we are planning to do a lot in this field. We have experienced a tremendous growth in the first year. This is actually a bit more than a year. We had more than 100,000 customers in the first year, and the growth continues like this. We launched in 6 more countries before December. December last year in France, Spain, Italy, Slovakia, Ireland, and Greece. And this was kind of a soft launch. We wanted, in other companies, invest a lot of time to actually do market research, figure out actually how do users behave in this market. They invest a year to spend a lot of money. We just say, okay, we just go there and see what happens, figure out how people behave and how they like our product. And now we actually are kind of in a re-implementation phase. We improve our product. We have been overwhelmed by so many requests from all the countries that we are actually right now improving all the processes to guarantee the best quality for everyone. And then we will open up the signups again and start our real internationalization.
You've stopped a little bit the signups here
Yes.
in Greece, right? The reason is that you want a little bit to rethink. It was a soft launch, and now you're going for a full launch.
Yeah, this was a soft launch. We prepared 3 more languages. So we launched for our internal customer Italian, French, and Spanish. We are also preparing our customer service and our identification partner for this big internationalization, because until now we invested no money at all into marketing in international markets. So it was really, instead of doing a markets research about it, just let's go there, let's get a few thousand people on board per country and understand how they behave, how they use the product, improve the product, and then really launch those countries. This is the way how we see you should expand to countries, and not like this always slow and bit strange approach. Yeah, and then I have one more if it's working. I have one more for you here.
I have one other.
Yeah. And this is basically a bit about our business model and our long-term strategy. So beside internationalization, which is one very core part of our strategy, and beside building a core account, which is our number 26 bank account, which is a smart bank account, or which we want to make a smart bank account by enriching it with data and helping our users to get the most out of it, we are looking for the best partners in the various fields. We want to implement them, and we want to have one app solving all financial matters and solving all financial problems our users have in one single app, and not 15 different apps, and I don't know what you have to sign up for. So people they are sometimes just lazy. They don't want to sign up for every product and verify for every product and sign papers. So we want to keep it just simple and take care of all the stuff you need in one single app and with one single experience. And this is what we're aiming for. We implemented in the payment field TransferWise and Cash26, and we are now moving on to investment and savings, and we'll move on to the other topics within this year as well. So that's a little bit about the business model, and we are basically earning commission on all these partners. And as our core cost structure is as lean as we can keep it, this is by far enough to build a sustainable business model out of it. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it? Do you have any more questions?
You will be around.
Yes, I will be around just outside there. If you have any questions, I'm happy to talk to you. Do we have some time for questions? Or do
I think he's the organizer, so he can catch it.
Okay.
How do you make money?
Yeah, as I stated out, we have different sources of revenue. One is obviously the overdraft, like people going to a negative, we earn a decent interest. And in this field, we don't need to be the cheapest overdraft on the market. We, in an average field of 8.9%, this is a good rate, but it's not the cheapest one, but it's so seamless that people don't care about the percent more or less. So this is one interesting revenue stream. Then basically we are earning money via the processing fees. Like we educate our users to heavily use the card instead of cash. So we have a very good revenue stream on the MasterCard processing fee side, and the big revenue streams are coming through the partners we implement, like TransferWise. This transaction, like if you do a transaction to US dollar, it's basically not for free. It's 6 to 10 times cheaper, depending on the country, than the traditional banks, but you have to pay a fee for it, and we get part of the fee every time someone is doing a transfer. And the same thing will happen with savings, investment, and all those things where we're earning commissions through our partners.
And insurance, what is your plan about insurance?
No concrete plans. We just know that we want to have insurances also implemented in our app. We're talking to various partners in the field right now, but we want to have our customers being able to manage insurances within our app as well, because we think it's just very closely connected. We can recommend cheaper insurances to our customers because it's running through the bank account, and we know how much they pay. We know how much they pay compared to the peer group, so it makes sense to recommend them decent insurance and help them managing insurances in the app.
And what is your vision and ultimate end of your journey? The biggest bank in the world.
Yes, the biggest, but the one with the best banking experience in the world. That's like the most important thing for us, like having the best banking experience for our customers on a global scale, real-time and mobile first. These are the thing, and self-service basically, as long as possible, only from Berlin.
As a client, Wirecard Bank, is that a banking institution that you deal with? Because you said you don't need a banking license, yeah. You do. I think this is regulated by the German banking authorities.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so
it's just a bank in Germany you do business with?
Wirecard is a B2B bank in Germany, cooperating with many startups in the field. So And so with us, they are giving us the legal framework. They are the experts in compliance and risk and all those fields. And they are giving us the legal framework. We are the interface to the customers. They have a very modern IT system, which we are very deeply connected to. And they are basically handing over all the business and customer topics to our side, and giving us the legal framework to operating all in the different countries. And we have outsourced contracts basically for customer service and identification stuff with them.
So essentially, an environment where you are a bit of a puzzle, you're a piece of a puzzle, and you intersect and you interconnect with other pieces of the puzzle. If they didn't exist, you wouldn't exist.
Yes, you could say so, yeah. I think the same thing wouldn't have been possible 10 years ago. I think it would be really hard to build it up because there was first mobile phones were not present in the market at all, which we believe is a very strong part because a traditional banking customer is logging in around in average twice a month on the web interface, while we see customers rather logging in twice a week on the mobile phone. So you have many more interaction points than with any other traditional bank. So you have many more chances to cross-sell, upsell products, and also to become engaged and build trust with the customers, because we have in a month 4 times more interaction points than a traditional bank. So it helps us to build up the trust much faster than a new traditional bank could ever do with sending some letters and stuff.
Thank you very much.
Any
other questions?
Are there? Marcus will be around.
Thank you very much, Marcus.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to talk to you.